Welcome to the return of the Dabao show, and today we are going to do Christmas content. Have me, Cash, as your host, and we have Sir Elton John here. We give a round of applause to him. We are going to do overrated or underrated, and if you're OG on the channel, you will know what this is about. We're going to take a bunch of foods, rate it whether is it overrated or underrated in its context. And today the context obviously would be Christmas, right? Christmas parties and things like that. Whatever we find on the Christmas dinner table, we will rate whether it's overrated or underrated. So BK has a long ass list, and then we were going to go through that.
Alright, so to start off the underrated and overrated, I think first of all we have to add in the context of Christmas. How we should do this overrated and underrated basically starts off with not really what you like. You have to be objective about it, right?
Also, if you want to play along, just play along. Let us know in the comments.
So to start off first, cranberry sauce. Okay, in the context, we're just going to imagine that we went to a buffet or like someone's home, right? With these items.
Very underrated.
Underrated for me as well.
I think people don't really know how to really have it. I mean, it's a very Western thing as well.
Also like because we're probably used to the IKEA jam with the meatballs, so maybe like it's not portrayed well enough.
I guess if you like that, you will like cranberry sauce because it's almost very similar. I think cranberry sauce is a bit more tart. I think it helps to cut with the heavier foods that we will go through this list as well, and we know that it appears on Christmas dinners. Underrated for me.
Charcuterie board. I know you can get it all year, cheese and ham and whatnot, but I think it's nice to have for a year. And I mean, I think it's underrated because it's a good snack to start off with first. Mix of ham and cheese. You know, just get your mouth flowing with all that saltiness, salinity. That's right, that's right.
I think it's a beautiful display piece. When you go to a party, obviously it looks a lot more opulent when you have a charcuterie.
That's why underrated, bro. Okay, next.
But when you say you have to be objective, because I personally don't like cheese and ham. It's not. I don't.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
for the season, man, it's all about like ham, cheese, preserved stuff.
I just feel like it does not contribute fully to a Christmas vibe. I'm trying to be as objective as I can.
Dried fruits.
Overrated.
Dried fruits. It's just that we don't have the season here, basically.
Yeah, I guess. I have to think about my roots also, which is very Asian. So I'm gonna go for overrated.
Shame. Let us know what you guys think. So this one, ham. But specifically, I want to go down on baked ham. I wish there was more baked ham or good baked ham around. Because ham, like, you know, we get like that cold cuts as it is. I think if you get the whole leg and then you just serve it as it is, I think it's a bit meh. That's why I mentioned the charcuterie board, right? Yeah. But if you actually took it out and glaze it a bit with some honey or like some maple, something spice kind of thing, I think that adds a lot, and I think it's quite theatrical. I think the problem is like carving it on the thing. Maybe people don't know how to do it, but I think it's very criminally underrated. In
the context of making Christmas, I think it's underrated also. Just that on a personal level, I'm not a ham guy. I do like sweet hams though, because I'm a sucker for, say, maple bacon. So I guess for taste-wise, it's okay for me, but in terms of Christmas, boom, underrated.
There we go. Okay, next one, turkey. I don't know how turkey made its way to Christmas, but it's over before Thanksgiving. I guess the leftovers spilled over. We gotta clear what's in the freezer. Turkey, let's go. I think it is overrated. I know alternatives in Singapore's context is usually roast chicken. For roast chicken, I would say underrated.
I think if you do it with the Christmas flavors, right? Because I think Christmas you think about...
People are going to ask what's the Christmas flavor. But it's like herbs, potatoes.
Herbs, potatoes.
No cream.
Citrus also.
Yeah, you can get some citrus in.
So I did it once before for a Christmas party. Did it with lemon, oranges, sage. And I think it does add to the kind of like Christmas vibe of the flavors.
And a big bird will fill up everyone. Turkey overrated, chicken okay, chicken underrated.
That's what he said, and that's what I'm gonna go with.
Next one, roast beef. I think it's a bit overrated. I'd rather have a ham or a chicken. I think in the roast beef, sometimes it's quite a big token piece.
Yes.
And I think if no one's carving it, I'll be very pissed off.
Then you carve lah.
Yeah, right, but I have to carve it, right? But in the buffet context, like, sure, I don't mind having it, but I know a lot of it like tends to go like dry because maybe it's like left out there for some time.
Yes.
To add on to that roast beef, right, before you give your opinion.
Yes.
Sometimes they have the pork knuckle and whatnot. I think it's okay, but like not too much of it because once again, it's one of those token item.
The moment you carve it open or like you split the portion, it's like not enjoyable or not as peak to enjoy. I will go for underrated just because it's a very good centerpiece. It adds to the Christmas vibe. It feels festive, feels like a celebration. Yes, you might have a huge ass honey baked ham leg there, but I think roast beef, it just adds to that very different kind
Roast
of
beef, no flavor, bro. Just beef, bro.
You have gravy, man. And then
True.
you have the cranberry sauce.
True. Next one, roast potatoes. I think underrated.
Extremely overrated.
I do agree on that part. We had a discussion earlier that
Yeah.
roast potatoes are a bit not done properly.
Yes. It's very hard to find a roast potato where you have crispy skin and then a fluffy inside.
Bro, it's not even about that. Season properly. Like if they don't have enough seasoning inside.
We don't even say like, oh, it's gonna go down a rabbit hole, but it's not like potato wedges, right? Some people don't even like season it properly also.
Really?
Yeah. Because like, okay, if you
Oh,
buy the
shit.
pre-made one, like the Cajun coating
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
then I think that's fine. But if like people claim to do it from their own,
Oh, right,
their own
right.
thing, right, then it's a bit...
Okay. But mashed potatoes on the other hand, top tier. I'll give it under for this. Because I know people might stay away from the carbs.
But when you have a good one, it's really very
Good
luxurious.
gravy, good ham, good
Yeah.
potatoes, all in.
Make it a sauce on your own as well.
Yes. So your opinion
Overrated.
for roast potatoes?
Terribly overrated.
But mashed potatoes?
Criminally underrated.
Okay, there we go. We're gonna start on with desserts. Cookies and milk. Traditionally on the chimney, in Singapore's context, I think the chimney will be the garbage chute. For most of us at least.
Even the people outside are laughing. I find it very hard to see it in a Christmas context here because normally people don't bring cookies, which would change this year because we have a sponsor. I love the segue. Spatula Whisk. They are a cookie company in Singapore and they have decided to partner the channel. You want to take a look at these? I'm sure you are familiar with this brand because we do have it on our own, even without them partnering us. So we are very grateful that they decided to partner with us. Would you like to tell us more about Spatula Whisk?
Spatula Whisk does really bite-sized cookies. They are handmade, no preservatives inside. Every Christmas they'll do this ornament design for their Christmas, which I think is great to hang up on trees as well. We have the breakfast crunch, choco pecan pie.
I have a cocoa almond crunch.
You can pre-order. For more than 8 orders and more, you do get a free delivery. So you can check them out. More info on their website.
And we're not just endorsing their products as well, we are actually doing a giveaway with Spatula Whisk, which they have greatly volunteered their products. So basically what you gotta do is to follow Spatula Whisk and the Dabao Show Instagram pages, subscribe to the Dabao Show channel as well, the YouTube channel, and we'll pick 2 at random and then we will send out one of these boxes out to you. Unfortunately, the flavors are not to your choosing, we will just send one out to you as random. So hopefully it's the one that you would like. But in any case, let's get back to the video itself.
You actually didn't finish cookies and milk. Well, we overrated. Underrated.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna go for underrated because I just love cookies.
I do like cookies and milk.
Yeah, and like I said just now, I cannot really see the context of it being on a Christmas dinner table because people rarely bring it. But
After?
yeah, it's really like a oh yeah, I got cookies here. You wanna have some or that kind of thing. But I guess Spatula Whisk is gonna change it this year. A company man. Yeah, underrated.
For me, underrated. Cookies and milk are severely underrated, especially for the festive season, even more so. Log cake, overrated for me. In the recent context of years, I think log cakes designs are getting better, but they end up having more.
But they get more expensive.
And that too, and they're having more mousse than cake.
Ooh.
I guess a lot of us will say like a log cake is like a Swiss roll with like, back then it was like that, whipped
Glorified Swiss roll, yeah.
cream and the chocolate shavings, right?
Icing.
Or like chocolate outside and then you draw
Yeah.
the log on it, which is great. I think quite cool, really churns out the entire festive season. But in the modern day, I think it's a bit overrated, like a lot of people don't eat it as well.
Okay, so for me, log cake is something that really represents Christmas a lot. It's like bakwan for Chinese New Year. The thing is, do you really like bakwan? No, right? Because I don't really like bakwan also. But people will say, if you haven't eaten bakwan yet, then you haven't started Chinese New Year.
I actually did last year with the bakwan.
So, at least for me, I think I have the same opinion with log cake. If you haven't had a log cake yet, haven't really had Christmas. So for that, I'm gonna go underrated. Yeah, but I know there are a lot of better cakes out there.
Let us know. On the next cake is fruit cake. I'm going overrated. Like it's boozed up, it's caked up, it's too dense. I know you're not supposed to have a lot of it.
I think on a context of just a pound fruit cake, I say pound cake because it's like how dense it is, right? I think it's perfect with tea, which means it's not a Christmas dinner food.
But it's like loaded with Christmas spices and fruits.
So on its flavor and things like that, I do feel that
I do a log cake over fruit cake.
yeah, on how we consume it, I think the whole idea of a dense pound cake is not really up my alley. So probably have to go overrated with that.
So to rectify that, we have black forest cake. But black forest cake is something you can get all year if you look hard
But it
enough.
has the elements of a Christmas dish as well. So
And
I
it's boozed
think
up, it's perfect.
It's one of the cakes that is really very balanced very well.
Yes. The well done one is very hard to find also. So next one, candy canes. It's a snack, it's a dessert. I don't really know what it is, but you have it after meal. Overrated. I don't like it. It's stupid.
You really don't
It just tastes like that white and red swirly sweet. It's the same thing, just with peppermint flavor. Pretty much it.
I mean, I've seen him in that face before, but one candy just changed his mood that
It's
way.
mid.
Freaking unbelievable.
Candy canes are mid. The design is amazing though.
Yeah. That's the thing, right? A lot of these Christmas dishes or whatever you might call it, they really represent Christmas very well, or maybe at least the whole marketing side of these things. I feel that people our age will also grow out lollipops, right? To have it, you have to hold that damn thing for a
But
good
then
half an
again,
hour.
to young people, to like kids,
I mean,
have it.
as a kid, I enjoyed that, but now
I would
it's
take
not-
a
it's
bar
not-
of chocolate or cookies over there.
Yeah, overrated for me.
Okay, there we go, overrated.
Yeah. But if you repurpose it, that's a different thing. So
True, candy cane flavored stuff are different.
yeah, when you do crush it, use it as a topping for another desserts, perfect.
Chocolate fondue. This is Cash's one. This is not mine.
I'm going
Overrated. It's mid, you can get it any time of the year. Just whether they want to take out the fondue station or not.
I actually agree with that. When we were discussing the list, I completely agree with that. But I'm going underrated, by the way. My argument is that I want to have it a lot more during Christmas.
I get it because it's chocolate season.
Yeah, so-
but it doesn't like warrant. Like I get chocolate season Christmas, yes. Also it's Valentine's.
Like if you're doing a Valentine's underrated, overrated, I'm gonna go overrated
For fondue?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
But for Christmas, I think because I really want it during Christmas. I go underrated.
Chocolate marshmallow, chocolate strawberry, same. Chocolate marshmallow, chocolate marshmallow.
It's all the same. It's just the context, how you see it, and then you give your underrated. But I guess that's why this is the game, right? You vary for different festives. Yeah.
On to drinks. Eggnog to start off with. It's kind of like a dessert drink kind of thing. I think it's underrated.
Okay, before I give my opinion, I think a lot of people won't really know what eggnog is. You want to describe that for them?
Eggnog is an alcoholic milk punch, sweetened, and then lots of booze. Yeah, brandy, dago, whiskey, bourbon. I think some people don't like the eggy taste. I think it only does come out during Christmas or year-end kind of thing.
Yes.
So I think it's underrated. Flavor-wise, I can deal without, but I won't say it's entirely bad. I'd rather do that over candy cane.
Just because we don't have it a lot, I think it's a nice thing to change up. You know, I know a lot of people, like our parties, we have malt wine, we have beer, we have things like that, but eggnog is something just a bit different and it adds to the festive as well, so I'm going for underrated as well.
Okay, and then I guess the next one we'll go to is peppermint chocolate. I guess it comes a bit more prevalent during the year.
This is like hot chocolate drink.
Sure. Peppermint
I mean, it
chocolate.
doesn't be hot, like, it's a drink.
Peppermint chocolate as a flavor.
I mean, it's my guilty indulgence from Starbucks, so I'll just put it out there, underrated.
I think underrated. I don't really like the flavor, but I think underrated. It comes out throughout more the year end.
Yeah.
I think a lot of these don't match well to our climate of things. A few more down the list, I do see it there. But if I imagine myself in the cold country, check.
Yeah, the taste of it, or rather like the feeling, because it gives you a feeling.
Very
right?
calming.
Yeah. It helps with the festivity as well. So it's not just purely the taste or like how it suits the weather.
We don't have the right climate for it to enjoy it properly.
So we're both going underrated.
Yes. So the last one on this list is malt wine. Once again, I think because of our climate, we can't enjoy it properly. But I think it's also criminally underrated. It's like hot chocolate, one of those things that you want to enjoy in the very cold. It warms you up. There's the Christmas spices with wine, dark fruits, red fruits, and the spices. A bit of orange peel, I think, makes a lot of sense.
I would tend to have it if I go to like overseas Christmas markets, because it really helps you, like it helps your cold tolerance.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It warms you on the inside.
Yeah, but because of that festive flavors as well, the spices, I'm not sure if they have cinnamon and things like that in there, because they are usually the trinity of Christmas flavors. But yeah, it definitely helps, and it's also a good pair for a lot of, I think something that we didn't talk about. I mean, since we are talking about it, I'm going underrated by the way, but because I wanted to say that malt wine pairs very well with apple strudel, and I think apple strudel is something that I see a lot in Christmas markets. So just to throw that in, overrated, underrated for apple strudel for you.
Underrated. Can get it any time of the year, but once again, I think the spices and the warm apple,
And the seasonal period.
I think it fits very well.
Yeah. So back to malt wine, I think not just as its own, it's also a fantastic pairing for other things, and just because it suits the weather. Obviously, we cannot see that in a Singapore context, but I think in Singapore context as well, a lot of people don't try malt wine.
Okay, I'm going to throw in a random few spitballs in terms of SG context. No hate in all these things, but you do see them in some of
Can you like clarify what you mean by SG context?
in some home parties. we tend to see these
Okay.
things. Mushroom soup, Campbell mushroom soup.
I guess any kind.
I like it, but overrated.
Yeah, I'm gonna go overrated. But I do have a bit of baggage on this. Like, I feel that when you go to most restaurants and they say their soup of the day is just freaking mushroom soup. And most of the time it's from the Campbell can. I like mushroom soup. I don't think it elevates Christmas. I don't think it changes, Christmas changes anything about the dish as well. So overrated.
Safe. Next one, IKEA meatballs, overrated. Once again, I will not say that I won't have it, but it's overrated.
The components of the dish, right, with your gravy, your mash and your jam, is very Christmassy.
You can get it all year now with IKEA, right?
Yeah, but and then IKEA, let's be honest, like the meatballs, they're okay, they're meat.
They used to be better.
They are guilty pleasures, they are comfort foods. Overrated, 100% overrated.
Chicken wings is next on the list. I might be calling out some of you guys for these kind of parties. Chicken wings overrated for me. Once again, another product that I don't really mind having. Just I don't really see a point having chicken wings.
On the same context of it doesn't elevate or change anything about Christmas.
No, even if it's like honey flavor or whatever. But
for parties, chicken wings is a bit of a drag. What do I do with the bone later? I put on my plate.
then you put on your plate.
Then or anyone around find dustbin. Like it's just then people don't eat with their hands, so that's another problem. They are overrated. Overrated.
The last one on my list, curry. Doesn't belong here, bro.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are thinking why is it on this list. You wanna explain why?
You have it, man. Just trust me. Like I seen it before.
Okay, just to be a bit clearer, we do feel that, especially when you have parties with the older generation. I mean, no shade, no hate, nothing thrown out, but facts, right? Some people, because they just don't know what to contribute, so they contribute things like curry, they contribute things like satay.
Save it for Chinese New Year, man. It's just 1 month away.
But somehow you just end up with curry. I won't even be surprised if there's bihun.
Yeah, oh my god, like.
So
just have a pasta salad. Like, come on, it's like once a month, man. Like,
yeah, but I mean, we do have stubborn people in the older generation. Clearly, we have made our feelings known. I'm definitely gonna go overrated. Very overrated.
I'll still eat it. Roast beef and curry, man. Who knows? New combi, try.
And so we have it. This is our list for overrated, underrated. Do let us know what we might have missed out, so maybe we can do an updated one maybe on our Instagram or next year. Don't forget to get involved with the giveaway as well by Spatula Whisk. Once again, we really want to appreciate them for supporting the channel as well. All the criteria for the giveaway will be in the description below. And because you will already be following our Instagram by then, the updates will be there and we will be announcing the winner on our Instagram as well. With that being said, this is the end of the video. Do subscribe and comment. Throw a like as well, obviously. It's Christmas. Do help us spread some joy around. Yeah, that's it. We'll see you in the next one.